What's going on, guys? Today we are doing a tier list. We did a tier list on stream about a week ago, and we had a lot of fun doing it, and I thought it would be fun to do a condensed YouTube version. Now, the thing that's going to set this tier list apart from ones that you usually seen is we're not going with the traditional SABC route. This is an overall utility tier list, so what do these characters bring to the table outside of just what they do on the screen when they're alone or with assists? What kind of assists do they bring to the table? What kind of DHCs do they bring to the table? How good are they with active tag? You know, what do they bring overall to a team as a whole rather than just how good are they as a character? We're going to be taking all those factors into account, which is why we're calling this a utility tier list. And because this is a team-based game, I don't feel that any character in this game is inherently terrible. Any character in this game can become effective as long as you put the right combination of characters and assists behind them. And because of that mindset, we have these four categories here. At the top, we have MVP, and then high versatility, works well with others, and needs a special team. So we'll mostly be going over the categories and why these characters fall into those categories. And of course, this is just my opinion, so if you disagree, feel free to comment below. This list is ordered, but it's loosely ordered, so keep that in mind as well. So with all that out of the way, let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to be starting here with the bottom category, that is needs a special team. This category is for characters who need a lot of support. They're pretty much overall low utility, and they don't bring a lot to a team. They're quite the opposite. These are characters who you build a team specifically for. So in this tier I have Ssj, Goku Black, and Roshi. These are all characters who I feel in the current state of the game kind of struggle unless they have a lot of help. Each of these characters kind of feel like they're not playing the current game. While they do have their merits, Ssj has his damage, Black has great neutral, and Roshi has a level 2, as well as he is pretty good at setting people up at active tag. They struggle in pretty much all other categories. None of them have an overly strong assist. Both Ssj and Goku Black have beam assists, which are nice, but those have kind of fallen out of the meta recently. People have moved on to assists that are easier to hit confirm, which has made beam assists much less popular unless there are the C assist version. Roshi has almost been left without an assist. His C assist is below average. His B assist, while it is still good for block stun, it lost what everyone used it for, which is his defensive option. And his A assist is an example of a good beam, but when you mix it together with how difficult his neutral is to play, his lack of a super dash, his lack of a float, the awkwardness of his super jump, it makes it to where it is difficult to put him on a team without considering other options. All three of these characters kind of feel like they're playing a different version of the game versus what the meta has shifted itself into, which is why I feel that these three characters would require a special team built around them. The next category is works well with others. These are characters who may have faults, but given the right assists put behind them, they actually work rather effectively. Not only that though, they do bring a good amount of utility to a team. These characters, in my opinion, all offer something unique to a team, whether it's GT Goku, he has his B assist as well as his powered up supers. Super Brawly has insane damage and meter build, as well as very reliable assists. Bardock plays the game extremely well and only plays it better with good assists behind him. Frieza has very strong zoning tools and his golden form. Vegeta Blue also has great zoning and can get mixed with the right assists. Piccolo is an amazing anti-zoning character. He kind of goes against the meta, making it difficult to use assists in certain situations. Same deal for 16, great anti-zoning character. Ssj Vegeta is good at playing neutral and offers amazing assists to his team. Yamcha brings a level 4, has solid assists, and solid neutral. All of these characters have something that they can bring to the table that is unique to them, as well as something that would benefit any team. Each of them do have a very obvious shortcoming, whether it be the ability to open the opponent up, the ability to play neutral, bad assists. But again, each of these things can be covered if they're put on a team with an assist that can help cover that weakness. The next category also happens to be the largest category, which is high versatility. These are characters who require little, if any, support to function well. They have amazing utility, and they bring incredible options to just about any team you place them on. Janemba has incredible neutral, amazing assists, and may possibly be the best anchor in the game. Beers has incredible block string pressure. His orbs can be very difficult to deal with for many characters. His DHC is amazing, great assists, and a very reliable anchor. Android 18 is incredibly hard to block, possibly has the best Oki in the game, as well as amazing damage and meter build thanks to her loop. Piccolo is one of the best characters in the game at capitalizing off of active tag. With a lot of meter, he can do an amazing amount of damage. He has easily one of the best assists in the game that just about any character can benefit from, and he has a chargeable DHC. Zamasu has some of the most disruptive neutral in the entire game. He's one of the most damaging characters in the game, and he has possibly the best beam assist in the game. Base Goku is an incredibly reliable anchor with some of the best combinations of assists in the game, not to mention being an insane powerhouse. Baby is another candidate for best anchor in the game. He basically plays the entire game solo and only benefits from having any sort of assist behind him. Also, it's my opinion that assist steal is broken. Tenshinhan is a gun in the shape of a fighter. His armor point attack is just silly. He has great assists and an incredible DHC. Goku Blue has great pressure, strong mix, multiple lows, great assists, high damage, high meter build, pretty much everything you would need. Cell is explosive, he's a TOD machine, he has a great reversal attack, and very hard to block mix. Jiden is one of the strongest anti-neutral characters in the game. He changes the way you play. It's very hard to call assists against him. It's very hard to zone him. His assists are incredibly strong. He has a powered up DHC. His regular DHC is one of the strongest in the game, and his staggers are incredible. Hit is one of the biggest and best anti-meta characters in the game. It is hard to super dash at him. It is hard to call assists on him. It is hard to guard cancel him. It's hard to do most things, and he's also a damage machine. Ginyu has a very reliable lariat assist, a chargeable DHC up to level 3, which does a lot of damage, access to Ginyu B, which is literally the craziest assist in the game that also builds meter on command. Not to mention, he himself is one of the highest damaging characters in the game, as well as one of the highest meter building characters in the game, and in my opinion, Body Change is one of the greatest utilities in the entire game due to the fact of it being almost an extra TOD. With the inclusion of C assists and many high hit stun assists, is much easier to set up nowadays than it ever has been. Nappa has amazing assists, a very powerful tracking DHC, and while his base neutral is slightly weak, once he gets Cybermen out, it is incredibly hard to stop his game plan, and in the corner or on knockdown with Cyberman pressure, he's nearly impossible to block. Majin Buu has great assists, decent neutral, built-in Oki, and is also one of the most difficult characters to block in the entire game due to the nature of his resets. Videl, secretly a reliable anchor. It is hard to either zone her or super dash on her. High meter build, high damage, and reliable assists. 17, some of the best anti-airs in the game, possibly the best meter build in the game, one of the best assists in the game, and some of the most damaging DHCs in the game. Krillin, one of the best assists in the game, great zoning, overall great assists, and an incredibly powerful DHC. Trunks has amazing neutral, can be hard to block with meter, has all 3 great assists, and a level 2 DHC. Ultimate Gohan is a win condition character. If he gets level 7, you basically lose. He has amazing assists and a very malleable DHC. Kefla is a great anti-zoning character that does high damage and has very reliable assists. And last but not least, we have the MVP. These are by far the strongest characters in the game. These characters need no introduction, and their positionings barely even need to be explained. Android 21's neutral, block strings, and just about everything you would want are just incredible. Her level 3 is an insane threat. Brawly is the ultimate combination of a zoner and a grappler and an anti-zoner all wrapped in one. UI forces RPS the moment he gets close, while having a hit scan beam property projectile while he's far away, as well as 6H, which shuts down all special moves in the game. Vegito is an absolute monster who excels at every aspect of this game, from staggers to meter build to damage to having one of the best assists in the game to having a level 4. Base Vegeta has always been one of the most popular point characters for a reason. It's hard to play against him. It's hard for most characters to get started against him. He gets level 3 mix anywhere on the screen. He gets mix in general with just about any assist. And his damage and meter build are both off the charts. Gogeta 4 has just about every tool you could ever ask for. The only aspect he's missing is long-range projectiles, but with the buff to his EX punch, that's hardly a problem considering it's plus if you block it in the air and it travels 80% of the screen. Not to mention his level 7 and a powered up DHC. Gotenks has always been a terror. He still has Ghost Oki. He still makes you explode off EX punches. He can still be plus whenever he wants as long as he has meter. He still has amazing assists, decent level 3 mix, and he highly benefits from active tag. Teen Gohan still has amazing neutral, incredible damage, high meter build, incredibly reliable assists, and a level 5. Kid Buu still does everything he's ever done. Some of the best assists in the game, hard to block, hard to play neutral against. One of the best level 1 DHCs in the game. It sets up most characters for a plus situation. He is literally the definition of an unnerfable character. Vegeta Blue builds an insane amount of meter, does an insane amount of damage, is basically unreflectable, has great assists, and is hard to block with most assist combinations. And with that, we've covered all 4 categories of my versatility tier list for Season 4. And again, this is only my opinion. Feel free to disagree in the comments. I love having a discussion about this game. This is the condensed version of my thoughts. If you want to see more in depth on how I feel about each of these characters, hit up my Twitch. I do have the VOD there of when I broke down each character individually and like in greater depth. But this video is more of a condensed version of that with just some of my thoughts on each character and why they are in these places. So that's going to do it for this video. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you want to see me do more tier lists or videos of this format in the future. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.